It's been 19 years since the world has been graced with a brand new 2D Metroid. Thankfully, in less than 2 weeks, that will no longer be the case with the release of Metroid Dread. At a recent Nintendo preview event, I got to spend a little over an hour with both Metroid Dread and the Nintendo Switch OLED model. First of all, Metroid Dread looks absolutely incredible on the OLED model. This video footage does not do justice of what the Switch OLED looks like in real life. Colors are vibrant and pop right off the screen. One of the great benefits of an OLED screen are the superb black levels, and the new Switch iteration does not disappoint on that front. In addition, I found the slimmer bezels on the OLED Switch helped increase immersion into the game world. My interest level in the OLED model was very low before seeing it in person. I'm seriously considering picking one up now. Let's discuss the very beginning of Metroid Dread. Series protagonist Samus has been dispatched to the remote planet ZDR to investigate a strange video transmission that indicates the X-Parasite has survived. An opening cutscene shows Samus facing off with a Chozo warrior on the strange planet, but this battle does not last long and she blacks out. Upon awakening, Samus discovers that she is now trapped deep underground and must find a way back to her ship. In addition, the encounter also stripped Samus of most of her abilities. Mercury Steam, the co-developers of 2017's Metroid Samus Returns, are once again working with Nintendo EPD on Metroid Dread. It's immediately evident that the controls of Dread build upon those of Samus Returns. Free aim is back, along with the melee counter that lets Samus parry enemy attacks. One improvement to the parry system is the ability to activate these counterattacks while running. This new variation is called the Dash Melee, and I found it very effective and fun to use during my short play session. Probably the biggest new addition at the game's onset is the slide move. In prior Metroid games, encountering a morph ball-sized passageway meant you probably needed a morph ball to proceed. In Metroid Dread, narrow passages have to be re-evaluated because you can just slide under many of them. The moveset for Samus feels fun and diverse right from the get-go. Exploration and finding new upgrades and abilities is of course still at the heart of Metroid Dread. While I only got brief glimpses at some of the new abilities like the spider magnet, it's evident that the developers are trying to surprise players and avoid following the same old upgrade path. It was honestly refreshing to not acquire the Morph Ball in the first hour of gameplay. In addition, I'm happy to report the game does not appear to handhold your path through the world. While the game will certainly give you hints, it won't explicitly tell you what room you need to go to next. The original Metroid game and world were heavily influenced by the Ridley Scott film Alien. While later films in the Alien series would focus more on action, the original film no doubt falls in the horror genre. Because of this, I find it fitting that the new Emmy robots greatly help intensify the horror and tension of Metroid Dread. The Emmy lurk around the game world in designated areas, and they will hunt Samus down if they detect her nearby. They are invulnerable to most weapons and can kill Samus instantly. It's also worth noting that each of the Emmy behave differently. I enjoyed my brief, heart-pounding encounters with the robots. Also, even if you succumb to them, the game quickly loads back up and will revive you relatively close to your last location, even if you hadn't saved recently. One thing I want to also mention is the music. I feel like it was great at building atmosphere, great at building tension. The one thing I'm maybe a little worried about is, are there memorable songs? I mean, I feel so many of the songs in Metroid, Super Metroid, Metroid Prime, this is unbelievable game music and super memorable. At least in Metroid Dread so far, I wouldn't say any of the songs seemed super noteworthy or something that I'd be humming later on or would remember later on. So I'm a bit curious about that, but I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for great music because the Metroid series has great music. Metroid Dread appears to walk the fine line of respecting the series' tradition while also innovating in unique ways. I'm very excited to continue exploring the game world when the game releases in early October. 2D Metroid is back, baby.